O jailbird, jailbird, wherefore art thou, jailbird? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Ravencroft. 'Tis but my name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a jailbird. What's a jailbird? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So jailbird would, were he jailbird not called, retain that dear perfection which he owes, without that title. Jailbird, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself. Hiya, darlings. This is Hololive English Advent's Devilish Diva, the one and only Nerissa Ravencroft. Sorry, I felt like reading a soliloquy. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? She wants us so bad. You're so right, Kiara. I do. Hello? 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 I want you. I want you so bad. Anyway, I have a waffle that is Sakura flavored. Right now, the hot pot is cooking. Honestly, it's probably about done. I should go grab it, but I'm going to give it just a few minutes more. Love your outfit today. Thanks. Are you doing the homeless meme? No. Look over there, off in the distance. Do you see that giant castle? That's the Ravencroft Manor. What kind of stream are we doing today? I'm gonna be so for real, the same stream I've done the past, like, 4 streams. It feels like. I'm so sorry. I don't know. It's all I want to do. I'm like, hello? I come on here. I talk to you guys, which is my favorite thing to do. I eat. Your thumbnail game is weak these days, I must say. You're so right, Kiara. I'm not doing so hot. It's fine though. Sometimes you just need a break. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need a moment. Oh. Kiara giving the tough love. It's fine. She's right. I'm aware. I'm not even making thumbnails at this point. Look, it's gonna update. And the thumbnail is going to be me. So maybe the call is just to do the stream like this. So when the thumbnail happens, it's actually an ideal YouTube thumbnail because it'll just be a close-up of my face. Yummy. Oh, I need to check my hot pot. It's been on for 10 minutes. One sec. So Jailbirds, I have good news. Apart from bean sprouts. I've used all of the vegetables and meat in my fridge. Please proceed to cheer for me. I would like a round of applause, please. I feel as though I've earned it, please. I'm going as fast as I can. Stop yelling for me. I'm getting a picture of the hot pot. That looks the same as every single day I've had it. It looks the same as every other time I've had it, but I'm still getting a new picture. Just for you guys. Okay, let me grab my chopsticks. Oh, almost there. I'm doing really good at eating all of my groceries. Again, all I have left are bean sprouts. I have bean sprouts left. And what else? I've got bean sprouts. I have one banana that is not looking so hot, but today I'm gonna eat it. So then all the bananas that are starting to go bad will be gone. Okay, wait, let me get this picture in here. Ba 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 ba. Okay. Maybe I should, like, change the side it's on to, like, keep it interesting. Will that, like, renew your interest in what the hell I'm doing? But. Or should I adjust myself so that the hot pot has a little more room? Maybe I should put the hot pot in back of me and make it, like, bigger. Here, so we'll get a good look at the hot pot now. How about that? Get a good look at the hot pot. This is it. I do not have more enoki because, as I mentioned, I'm trying to get rid of the vegetables in my fridge. Okay, I'm trying to get rid of them, so I'm not buying any more. So in this hot pot, there is a whole lot of green onion. If I was still sick, this would be so amazing for me. A whole lot of green onion. One whole thing of bok choy or baby bok choy, bean sprouts, which is the only vegetable I was not able to successfully get rid of. More green onion, cabbage, the rest of the cabbage, and then pork. Just a few pieces of pork. There wasn't a lot left, but again, I didn't want to go and, like, buy more because the whole point of this right now is I'm trying to get rid of it. So let me just go ahead and, like, this doesn't really work. Because I'm way too big. There. You'll just look behind me. Oishi so desu. Here we go. This is it. This is the look. Now, if we get a thumbnail from this moment, it's perfect. I think you are too small. I'm too small. Don't say that. Yeah, for some reason the chat I can't get to work the last few days. New thumbnail. Come on, YouTube, catch my vibe. Eating hot pot. My hobby. Oh, I'm so excited. I love hot pot so much. I just never get sick of it. So I have hot pot, a tiny little waffle that I ate half of already. I'll save the rest for last because it's sweet. And I have a banana that I must eat because it's not going to look so good. I'm a little nervous though. But how's everyone doing today? Green onion and no ranch? What the hell are you talking about? The green onion is cooked. I don't need ranch for it. Better now that you're here. Oh, Jailbird. You're so sweet. You're such a charmer. It's so cold in Japan. I know. I'm angry about it. I had plans with one of my girlfriends to go to Hanami yesterday. I was so excited because we were going to go to Hanami. It was going to be my first time doing Cherry Blossom Hanami proper. And I was so excited. And you know what? It was raining yesterday. So we had to cancel. And I, despite being from the cold Midwest hell, it was too cold. It was too cold for me. I did not have gloves. I did not have a scarf. Like, I look very warm right now. That's why I'm wearing my kimono today. You got weak. I'm gonna be honest. I probably told you guys this story like 3 times already. Maybe not. When I was younger, I really wanted to go to Disney. And I had a really amazing friend, who's still my friend now, by the way, who invited me to Disney. I was so excited to go to fucking Disney, okay? I was like, hell yeah! So, I went at a time where it was, I think, negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Someone in Jailbird, kind of Jailbird, sweet Jailbird, please do the conversion to Celsius for the chat. So it was negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit. And then I went to a negative 34 degrees Celsius. Okay. Not Disney. Disney was not that cold. My home was that cold. Okay. So, and that's including, wind chill, right? So like, obviously it's not actually negative 30, but the issue is when you take into wind chill, that's how cold it is. Okay. So I was in the frozen tundra of hell. At this point, no joke, I could go outside and I would walk outside and I would say, this is that good weather when it's like 10 degrees out, 0 degrees out in like a t-shirt. Okay. I was crazy. So I went to Florida and I realized despite how cold it was at home, it was warm here. And I looked around and for me, I think it was like 60, 70 degrees. I was like, this is great. I was wearing like summer dresses, running around, having a great time. I was so excited. These people were wearing scarves. They were wearing scarves. They were wearing jackets. I was confused because in Florida, that's cold, apparently. But I was like, this feels so good compared to where I just came from. Yeah, so I looked like a weirdo dressing in absolute summer clothes because for me, this was really fair summer weather. So anyway, then I returned home. And suddenly, it was as though my lifelong built thick skin disappeared overnight. Obviously, I was there for like a little bit of time, right? You know, like you don't go to Disney for one day and then fly back to wherever you're from, right? I flew back and suddenly it was horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible. What myself. What the hell? I immediately lost all of my thick skin. All of it. So anyway, so I don't ever want to go back to Florida because it ruined my life. It ruined my life. I used to go lay in the snow in like shorts and a t-shirt and not really feel that cold, all things considered. Now I can't handle it in any capacity. Okay, wait. This isn't to say I don't want to go to Florida. Okay. I'll be honest. Dindy is a very fun place, but I actually really, really, really like Universal Studios. I want to go to Universal Studios. I never buy anything, mind you, at Universal Studios. I never buy anything there because I don't have any money. At the times that I have been there, which is twice. Once on that... Wait. Did I go? I don't think I actually went that first time I went to Disney. So I've been there once. And it was on a school trip. And I didn't have any money. So I didn't buy anything. But just walking around... I was like, this is amazing. A school trip. Oh, have I told you guys? When I was in school, I was one of the star sopranos. I know, it's high school, so who gives a shit? But because of that, I would go and audition for the higher up choirs. And of course, I would get into them. Because I was just too good. You can't hold me back. And being in the upper choirs allowed such things like, obviously you had to pay for them. But every 2 years, so I think you'd have 2 opportunities in your school time if you were in the upper choirs to go on with the traveling choir. Again, you had to be in the choir that did this specifically, but the traveling choir would go on trips. And I'll be so for real, I only got to go on one because the first one, I don't even remember where they went that year. I tried to block it out of my mind because I was so sad because I couldn't afford to go. And so I had to watch pretty much all of my peers be gone. As even though I qualified, I was like, I don't have trip money. Hello? I don't have trip money. I want to go though. I really want to go. So that was my maybe probably relatable to some of you very experience. Do you want a hug? No, I don't need your pity. I'm not telling you it so you pity me. I'm telling you it so I give all of the details. God. This green onion's so fucking thick. I love it. I love thick things. I love thick things. Some of you got that I'm intentionally being a bitch, so thank you. Some of you are still saying phrasing, though I have an inkling you might know that that was intentional. I just can't help myself. I just set myself up for it. And you guys aren't going to say it. Yeah, you like thick things, Nerissa? Yeah. You know, you're not going to say it, so I have to say it. You know? But you won't say what the things are? I don't have to, because apparently I go on Twitter and I see sojuice and others have already seemed to figure it out. So does it really matter? Oh, scrap that. Cut that from the stream. Cut that from the stream. I mean, I don't go through that tag. Just as a reminder, hashtag Depravencrafts, that if you don't want me to see something because it's too lewd, you put it there, because that is an ungodly thread made for those with unholy thoughts. If you don't want to have those impure, unholy thoughts, don't go there. They're putting it there for other unholy beings. Yeah, so I can avoid it. Yeah, yeah. That's why you should use that tag, because I totally have it blocked. So just so you know, if you put things there, it's so I can avoid it, you know? So that way, if you don't want me to see it, and to be mindful of other people who don't want to see such things, you can put it there. Because I definitely don't go there. I definitely won't see it. Yeah, that's why there's a tag. I think Nerissa's immune to getting bonked. No, I just know my boundaries and I work within them. You know? The secret is, am I a member of Hololive? Yes. Does that mean that I do have some restrictions and things? Yes. But I think a lot of times, because you guys don't actually necessarily know what they are, I think you just over-assume. You over-assume that there are more restrictions than there actually are. Generally, I can do whatever I want, as long as I am not breaking anything that YouTube would be upset about. Tell us that's none of your business. Would you cry while cutting onions? If the onion is really strong, sometimes I cry. But most of the time, I feel like I'm pretty used to it, so I don't really cry much when cutting onions these days. Yummy, yummy, green onion. What thread? It's so I can avoid it, but I'm clumsy, so I might accidentally bookmark it and save everything I see there in folder by mistake. It's hard to use a mouse with a wing. You understand. Yeah. Any leftovers for us? Of course. There's still plenty left. Say Is it good? Do you like it? I gave you some of everything in the pot. So there's a little bit of green onion. I say a little bit, but it's like the thick stemmy part. And it's really girthy for a green onion. Then I gave you some meat and some bok choy and some bean sprouts and the other thing that's in there. It's not hot anymore. You can't say it burned your tongue. Be realistic. If it was too hot, I would have blown on it first. Do not say girthy in an innocent context. But it's one of my favorite words. What do you mean? Why can't I use a word I like? Is it like moist, where you guys are like, ugh, I don't like the word moist. Please don't say the word moist. Hearing the word moist in my little delicate ears. I just hate it. I hate it so much. But no, I like the word moist and I like the word girthy. Because there's something about them that the moisture in the word moist, when it's the connection of the S and the T, is just so perfect. You know what I mean? And then you have to kind of get a little bit guttural because it's a G. So the girthy, it really sounds girthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a very girthy word. Use it in a sentence. Wow, this green onion I bought at the grocery store is so girthy. It's got a nice good girth around it. It's got a nice good girth to it. When I hold it in my hands, I can really feel and measure the girth of this green onion. What are you chewing? Exactly what you see on screen behind me. Hot pot. A green onion. Meat. Bean sprouts. Do you use that in your daily conversation? When I see something girthy, sometimes there's nothing girthy around. When there's nothing girthy around, you can't talk about the girth of things. But when something is girthy, yes, I use the word girth. It is a word of the English language. It gets my point across. And when I'm trying to make people uncomfortable. Because people don't like the word girth. You can even use it the other way around. This lacks girth. This is girthless. There is no girth to this thing. When I'm holding the regular American green onions, it's going to be me when I go back home and be like, what is this girthless onion? There's no girth to it. It is so thin and skinny. Who will this feed? I need to return to the Japan so I can get the girthy green onions. Yeah, ours are pretty thin. I feel the same way with carrots. Carrots here are very girthy and full. And they're like, I feel like they're not too long, but I feel like they're always like very, I'm not talking about leeks. I'm talking about green onions. I haven't had a leek since I've been here. They are different. But anyway, the carrots in Japan are so fucking thick. It's amazing. Because I'm like, wow, I can go through the effort of peeling and cutting up this carrot. And instead of cutting up, like, having to peel 5 carrots just to get the same, like, I'll get, like, a really good turnout, you know? And I just wonder, why can our green onions not be so thick in the States and our carrots cannot be thick either? I don't understand. Are they cheaper too? Yes. Actually, I don't know. I'm really bad at yen conversion. I looked at something that was like, what I thought, if you convert it absolutely directly, just based on the numbers, it would be $110. But the conversion right now was actually like $70. And I was like, whoa. I need to stop just assuming everything is like the exact same. But it helps me spend less money. Because I'm like, oh, that's more than I want to pay for that. Only to find out it was actually really cheap. I feel bad. I'm like, oh, I can't believe I spent so much money on takeout. Because I spent like what looks like to me to be $20. But then I remember it's not. It's probably like $15. And I'm like, oh, I saved so much money. What brand is this soup? I don't know. Drops the hot pot recipe. Guys, I will explain to you how to make the hot pot one more time, since I'm gonna attempt to not buy hot pot ingredients again for a bit so I can take a break from hot pot before I get sick of it. But the hot pot recipe is simple. You get 300 milliliters of water, which is 2.5 cups. You put it in a donabe. If you don't have a donabe, it is fine for you to use a pot with a cover. Okay? Then you get in the water, okay? You don't put yourself in the water. Into the water you put some sake. Just get some sake and just squirt it. Don't think. You feel, okay? You need to feel. You feel how much feels right. And you put in what feels good. Okay? If you don't know, you need to use your heart, okay? You need to use your heart and your chest. You don't need to use your brain. You're not here to think about it. You spray it in, because mine comes in a little spray bottle, with your heart. And you say, oh yeah, that looks good. And you call it a day, okay? After you feel how much sake needs to go in, then you get your pre-minced ginger, okay? So I have a ginger paste that I personally use. So I go and I get the ginger paste. And I do the same thing. I put in my clean utensil, because you don't want to put something dirty in there. I use my wooden chopsticks. I put them in. I pull out what feels right. And then I put it in. And then I mix it up a little bit. Then I get, I have stock cubes. And I just use one. Probably not supposed to use that much. But I don't care. Because I don't drink the actual stock at the end. It's just for flavor. And then I put one whole of the Japanese stock cubes in. And I think I got one that's specifically for hot pot. So it's just a chicken stock cube. It doesn't really have like, it just tastes like chicken. It doesn't really have like a lot of salt flavor to it. So it's not the same as like American stock. You know what I'm saying? Just a random one. If you have the option to get the stock cubes that are for hot pot and come individually wrapped, get those. That's what I'm using. I don't know what they're called. I can't read Japanese. Yeah, chicken bouillon. Not the American kind because it'll be too salty. Okay? Go to like a Japanese grocery store or something. Good luck. Then you get a handful of pre-chopped cabbage and you put in what feels right. Then, or however much you want to eat of the cabbage. Then you get the bok choy, however much you want to eat. I usually just get the whole head of baby bok choy and put that in. However much you want to eat. You can put more, you can put less. That's it though. Then you get the bean sprouts. Same process. You put in what feels good. Then you get the green onion. You need the thick one. The girthy one. What we've been talking about for a little while. You need the girthy green onions because you want to like vertical cut this, or like slightly tilt your knife to the side and cut the stem like that. You know? You want to cut it while your knife is a bit cantered. Okay? And then you put those in, and then the end, the actual like, you still want to keep some for garnish. That's what you can see here. This is the garnish green onion, but there's a whole very large green onion in this soup. Okay? Then you get meat. Personally, this is a pork ginger hot pot. So I use extremely thin cut pork belly. Delicious. Beautiful. Perfect. And then you just put it on the stove and you cook it until like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Scallions or leeks. Green onion. Not a leek. Hot pot is soup with random stuff you want to eat in it. But you can have a vision, you know? If I could have, I would have had a enoki mushroom in here too. But as mentioned, today and the last few days that I've made hot pot, it is with the sole purpose of getting rid of things that are already in my fridge. So anyway. Any carbs? This waffle I'm about to eat. Green onion is scallion? Okay, well, I don't fucking call it that. Call it a green onion. So if it is the same thing, then why did you ask a clarifying question? Are you trying to kill me? Okay. Sorry, it's okay. Sorry, I'm joking. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna go rinse this out. Okay, I'm back. I'm about back. There's no more hot pot left, but we're just gonna leave it on the screen in hopes that the thumbnail will take. Okay. Oh, why did I do that? Okay. Now I've got my banana. I've got my banana. And I'm going to eat it. Mogu, 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 yummy. Not me. Bananas in Japan are really small compared to what I'm used to. I feel like where I'm from, I can get bananas that are like the size of my forearm. And I'm pretty tall, all things considered. Like, this banana was as thick as a green onion. But this banana is like half the size of my forearm. So it's small. I'm not talking about the girth. I'm talking about the length. Girth-wise, it's about the same girth as the green onion, which for a green onion, it was girthy, but for a banana, it's pretty small. You know? Are you talking about plantains? No, it's not a plantain. It's just a banana. I've never had a plantain. Like, I've never, like, bought an actual plantain. I've had, like, plantain chips. Yeah, girth is relative. Girth matters more than length. I mean, you guys would know, right? Of course I would know. No, some of us don't. Why would I know? Mean. Thank you very much for the Akasupa. Introducing Jailbridger, the most delicious hamburger in Hololive with buns, sapling leaves, jailbird meat. Wait a minute, back up. Jailbirds are not delicious. They are not edible. Do not eat jailbirds. Thank you very much. Tomatoes and cheese, hiya, very tasty. Order now. Warning, eating jailbird meat can cause nausea, vomiting. It can. It'll kill you. That shit'll kill you. Jailbirds do not commit cannibalism, okay? You cannot eat each other. You are not edible. You are not a food. We aren't good enough. Trust me. That's a good thing. You won't be eaten by predators. They won't want you because you're stinky, okay? You won't be eaten by humans. They won't want you because you are stinky. Nobody wants to eat you because your meat is stinky. We're stinky. Your meat is. You guys are beautiful. I perfume you every morning. You smell great, okay? But your meat, don't eat it. Your meat is stinky. We are not stinky. You are not stinky, but your meat is stinky. Yeah, it's a defense mechanism. It makes you undesirable because the last predator that tried to eat you tells all their friends, I don't know, I tried to eat that bird. Their meat was fucking rank. Horrible. Oh my god. I did not like that. You do not want to eat those birds. Just find something else. Even if you're starving, it's not worth it. It's like why things made themselves spicy, you know? Because I said maybe things will stop eating us, but then there's crazy people who are like, I love when my tongue feels like it's burning. You know? Peppers. I may have miscalculated. Exactly. I'm scared now. Why? Can we eat other hollow pets? No! Don't eat the shrimps. Don't eat the takodachis. And don't eat the KFP. Look, it's KFP's dream to be eaten. But our dream is to be eaten by Kiara. Okay? The saplings are not fine. I can't ask Fauna, but I would presume you can eat the sapling leaf. Because that grows back. It's like hair. But you cannot eat the sapling body. Because then the sapling will die. Do not eat the sapling. Solve world. Exactly. Saplings are infinite food. I'm just saying. What perfume scent are we? That's for me to know and for you to figure out. But it's my favorite scent. So I go up to you and I go, you know? You know? It smells so good. Whoa. Oh my god, I saw Subaru talked about our meeting. She mentioned, I want to give more context, but I don't remember what we're talking about. We're walking around, and of course, because I always have to, I brought up something about Final Fantasy. And then, I don't remember why. I was talking about it, and so she said something, and I don't think I really understood her, so I just clarified, and I was like, oh, Final Fantasy. And she's like, what the fuck? Obviously, she didn't say that. But she was so tickled, and I was so tickled, because we were like, what the hell is going on? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? But I promise you, again, I didn't remember exactly what we were talking about, but I was talking to her about Final Fantasy. And she misheard me. And then I clarified that I was talking about Final Fantasy. But it was very funny. It was very funny. Jeez. Yeah, she was confused. She was like, Nerissa! What? Final Fantasy? And I was like, huh? Yeah, I was talking about Final Fantasy. I think it's because I kept trying to be considerate and saying things. There was another thing. I don't, again, I think this might have actually been it though. No, it wasn't. There's something else. I said something and I said I don't remember what I said, but I tried to say it like in Japanese. So apparently it sounded like hurai potato. But I don't remember exactly what I was trying to say, but she was like, why is Nerissa talking about fried potatoes? I was like, no, chigao desu yo. I'm not talking about fried potatoes. But she didn't hear me right because I was trying to be considerate of the fact that she's an amazing person who can speak one language fluently because she was born speaking it, one language very, very extremely well. Fried potato. Hi. But so I was trying to be considerate. So for example, instead of saying Final Fantasy, I'd be like, Final Fantasy, you know? But because she was in English mode, because she was trying to speak passion English to me, she would get confused and be like, what the fuck? Fried potato? Nerissa, shut up is my favorite line of hers. Mine too. I'll be so for real. Anybody else, if anybody in EN told me to shut up, I'd probably be pretty offended. But when Subaru tells me to shut up, you got it, queen. I'm locking the fuck in. Because she's right. If Subaru tells me to shut up, I should shut up. She's absolutely correct. What if it was your genmates? No, I'd be very upset. I'd be very upset. I would cry. I'd be like, you told me to shut up. But also, I also know that, you know, most of the JP girls, if they say it, they don't know English. So they might not know that saying shut up is a very rude thing. You know? It's a kind of rude thing to say. But for her, I don't take it that way because I know she's just very, very much trying to say something like, oh, be quiet for a moment. But that's a lot more English than just saying, shut up. It's great. It's great. So I don't mind that. People who are learning English, you can tell me to shut up. That's okay. And if you're in my company and my senpai or my kohai. Oh my! I also kept saying, Doria! And she kept laughing at me. She's like, that's not, don't say that. You can get away with it because you're a foreigner, but Doria is scary. She's like, don't say Doria! And I was like, eh? It's bad? I just thought it's funny. Doria! Doria! What does it mean? I don't know. I have no idea what it means. But I like it. She told me it's a bad word. But she laughed a lot. It was funny. It was very funny. I laughed a lot. Hanging out with her was so fun. I already mentioned her English was amazing. She was amazing. And her English so jozu. Totemo eigo jozu. Subaru senpai, ureshi. Dai chuki 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 chuki. I had a great time, is my point. She's amazing. She's amazing. You need to roll the R like yeah. I can't roll my R's. I've told you guys this before, but I was reminded again yesterday. I used to have a speech impediment. And so my R's are fake and my S's are too sharp because they're fake. Because when I was growing up, I would talk like this. So R's were W's and S's were like this. And so it's really easy for me to do because if I really stop thinking about it, it's really not difficult at all because it just kind of come naturally to me because I used to talk like this. It's not cute. It's very embarrassing. So I was in speech therapy. Because I was a native Uru speaker because I couldn't say R's. I couldn't say S's. Oh my god, we're winning! But yeah, so I was in speech therapy for a while, obviously. So now I can talk right. Very correctly. We were robbed. I would not have gotten hired for this job if I talked like that. Let's be for real right now. I'm not cute enough. I'm not cute like Bibu. I feel like Bibu could get away with like talking like that. I could not get away with that. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. I can speak English obviously fine now, and I don't really have to think about it too hard. But sometimes if I'm speaking really fast and I'm using a lot of S's, I'll start to lose control and the S will stop coming out. So like Sally sold seashells by the seashore. 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 I'm thinking about it too hard, so I can't stop it. But anyway, Irish wish wish. Irish wish wish. Irish wish wish. But anyway, my point is sometimes if I'm like it has to be something that I don't intend. I think. Sally sold seashells by the seashore. Sally sold seashells. But I'll lose control of them and I'll start to lisp. And it's very embarrassing. It's very embarrassing for me. I don't like it when that happens. Iris, wish wish. Iris, wish wish. Iris has a wish that she wishes when she wishes. Anyway. Where was I going with this? Why was I telling you this? I don't remember. Oh, but because of that, my R's are wrong. They're right, but they're wrong. I can't, however, create different R's with my tongue. So if you ask me to do the German, the Russian, the Japanese R, it's not possible. I cannot do R in any language but English. So if you're like, oh, you need to roll it, I'm like, I can't. I keep trying. I can't do it. It's impossible. I can't do that. It's not gonna happen. I'll try, but it's gonna sound not good. Ask Raura. Raura, hers are perfect. Spanish R, absolutely not. The pirate R, arr. Say Raura. Arr. I just sound really stupid. Anyways, I can't roll my R's, is all I'm saying. And I can't do any R that isn't the English language R. That's it. That's all. That's all. She sounded like she was growling. Should I kill myself? What are you doing? I don't know. I don't know. I walk away for 5 seconds and Gigi is on the mic. Yeah, and our Raven on the mic. Oh, I keep thinking about that. That was so much fun. That was so funny. Oh, it's not in English, but there's a... Oh. Yuri Cannon made a comic of me and Subaru meeting. Oh yeah, this reminds me because she talked about this a bit. She's talking about I'm like, yeah, I really like Onsen. And she's like, oh yeah, it's kind of like most people don't really like foreigners tend to be like very hazukashi about it. And I was like, yes, but it's great because there's lots of boobs. But apparently, because I was trying to like intersperse speaking English and Japanese, like when I knew the word, I would try to say it in Japanese. So I said, interesting oppai. It's just like, what the? I imagine she had to be like, she seemed like she very much enjoyed our conversation. Obviously, I did too. But she must have been like, what the hell is this girl talking about? I asserted my dominance by talking about titties. And, you guys know this. I've touched many a pair of boobs. And it's not in any... What is the word I'm looking for? It's not in any sort of inappropriate sense. It is simply an exchange of booby feeling. It is examining. It is not in a lewd way. It is simply saying, hello, I would like to perform a transaction with you. You have boobs and I have boobs. Our boobs are different from each other's. Would you let me feel your boobs? And in exchange, I will let you feel mine. And usually, if you're close enough friends with the person, if you're in the correct situation, you can't just bring this up out of nowhere. It's weird. It's weird. You have to be in a good situation where it makes sense. And it has to be someone you're close to. You don't go up to strangers and do this. It is a rite of passage. It is the law of equivalent booby exchange. Okay. So I think that's why this happened when we were talking about onsen, because I was like, well, an onsen is a great place if you go with friends. You get in the situation where you end up. It is inevitable. You're in onsen together. You are naked. You end up looking at the boobies of your friend, and they end up looking at your boobies, and you can see, because their eyes go down, you're like trying to maintain eye contact, but your curiosity gets the better of you, and your eyes go down for just a second, and they see, they saw, you feel embarrassed. So instead, I find it's just best to get it out of the way. You're both curious, you both are like, boobs. I can see your boobs. So instead, I just am so normal, and I'm like, hey, look, I'm curious. Let me touch your boobs. You can touch mine. And then it's great. And then I examine, and I go, yes. Yes. Perfect. Amazing. I love you even more because you are just so wonderful. You grew those yourselves. Congratulations. And then the curiosity is gone. Suddenly neither of us care to look at each other's boobs because they've been demystified. They've been demystified. Now there's no desire. There's no booby staring in the onsen. There's no curiosity because it has been demystified. So I think that's what I was trying to explain to Subaru senpai. But my JP is not good enough. So instead I said, interesting oppai. And the other thing that got to me is I realized I was like, I'm a foreigner, so I'm probably actually talking pretty loudly. Maybe. And we're in a restaurant full of Japanese people who probably just heard and looked over, maybe, being like, what the fuck? Because I just said oppai with my whole heart. I'm stupid! I should have just said boobs! Sasuga, foreigner. Yeah. Yeah, with my whole chest in Japan, in where we were, I just said oppai. It's great. It's great. Use your gaijin card. Look, I can't help it. Talking about boobs is wonderful. I love boobs. Who doesn't? Look, everybody loves boobs. It doesn't matter if you like girls, if you like guys, if you're a girl, if you're a guy, everybody likes boobs. Let's be so for real. Everybody likes them. It's just they're one of the joys of life. I am so happy every day that I have boobs. I feel so bad for all the men in this chat. I mean, some of you must have amazing pectorals. So I'm sure like you will fondle your own pectorals and be like, God, these are great, like little stress balls that are connected to my chest. It's wonderful. I love having boobs because I get to touch tit whenever I want. I just reach up and I'm like, yeah, that's wonderful. That's great. And then I feel bad for those of you who can't. I'm so sorry for you. I'm so sorry for your loss. I don't think any guy's ever done that. Well, you're missing out. Touch your own titties. Men, I want you to grow some balls right here, right now. I want you to take your hand. I want you to grab your chest and I want you to give it a squeeze. No matter your size, no matter if there's nothing there, no matter if it's fat as hell, no matter if it's built with muscle, no matter if it's a little mix of all of those things. Go on. Squeeze them. Give it a squeeze. Okay? Can we change the topics? No. Not until you man up and squeeze your pectoral. Listen to me. I would do it. I would, if you were there and if you had your pectorals out, I would ask. I would say, "Can I please squeeze your pectoral?" And you would be confused, and I'd be like, "Look, you don't understand. I'm like Ash Ketchum. I gotta feel them all." Anyway, sorry. I just love pecs. I love boobs. I love pecs. It's great. It's great. You know? I gotta touch them all. Gotta touch them all. Oh, bye, mon. Gonna get a DMCA for that one. And this is, are you guys surprised? I feel like I used to talk about this stuff a lot at the beginning of my streaming career. Like, why are some of you surprised? The deed is done? Did you like it? How was it? Do you feel good now? Do you feel better? Your confidence boosted? Because you realized you had great pecs? Aren't you happy? It was disappointing? No. No pectorals are disappointing. All are interesting. All have something to offer. It's the same with boobs. There's no bad boob size. If you were disappointed, it's because of your own expectations. Throw them out the window. And remember that you are a unique, special person. There's only one of you. No one else has your pectorals. Be confident. Nerissa, I am a twink. I had no pectorals. Exactly. Exactly. That's fun too. You don't understand. What? You guys are just so... You guys are so lame. You don't understand. You don't understand, okay? Clearly, we need to work on your guys' self-esteem. Because you seem to be not so full of yourselves. Which you need to realize that you are special. I say it to women because you guys have all seen my booby talk. Girls, your boobs are great. It doesn't matter if they're giant. It doesn't matter if you're size double Z or you're a triple A. It doesn't matter. They're great. It's wonderful. Same for you guys. If you've got big fat milkers because you're chubby, that's fine. That's great. Honestly, that's the best part. If you've got pectorals that are built and like, again, are like not soft because it's just hard muscle, that's amazing. If you've got a flat chest because you just got nothing there, that's great too. You're wonderful. Don't be disappointed. Don't be sad. Be happy because you're unique. That's what you want. Imagine if we all looked the same, it would be boring. Yeah, and some of you boys have chest hair. You've got chest hair. And that makes it even more fun. There's all sorts of variety. You're a very odd person, Nerissa. I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Ah! Yeah, and see, Jailbirds, you specifically have feathers. So, you know, you offer something unique to the world. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You are special just the way you are. If you want to work on it, you could get pecs. If you want to have fat man titties, you can do that too. All you need to do is gain weight. You got this. Whatever your aspirations are, I don't know what they are. You can work towards them. But you don't have to, because the way you are now, as long as you are happy, is perfect. So just embrace it. Be happy to be you, because I'm so happy that you are. So I find joy in all things. I find joy in all things. So know that if no one else appreciates you, I sure as hell do. Even me, even you. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I'll stop being a weirdo. That's my Titty TED Talk. Thank you for coming. I should kill myself. Tomorrow, I will try to stream for real. I enjoy these because honestly, I don't know, there's just something about waking up in the morning and like starting my day with you guys. And like I get to eat a nice meal. I get to talk to you guys, so it's like two of my favorite things wrapped into one. I'm not ending stream, by the way. I'm just talking about tomorrow and hence talking about today and the other parts of this week. But this has been so fun for me. Like, it makes me feel like, wow, when I get home, I should start streaming in the mornings because it's so fun, you know? So, I don't know. Thank you for putting up with it. I'm sure some of you are like, this is boring as hell. She's just eating. She's just eating and talking to us. When will she stop? When will she play a damn game? Poking me with a stick. Do something interesting, streamer. Come on. Get it together. But at the very least, at least I'm unhinged in the mornings. It's fine. It is what it is. This is peak content. I'm glad you think so. Yeah, Yap streams are my favorite. I think a lot of you say Yap streams are your favorite too. But I'm always self-conscious because I feel like I'm not doing anything than what I like. And obviously I like playing games too, but you know what I mean. Like, I feel like I'm doing something I like too much. and therefore it feels like I'm not working. I'm like, oh, I'm fucking around. I need to lock in. You know what I mean? Absolute cinema. Power Wash. Did you hear there's gonna be a Power Wash 2? They're making a second one. It's old news now, but did you hear they're making a second one? I'm gonna have to buy Power Wash Simulator again. I'm gonna have to start over from the beginning and get. Sorry, I need to change where I'm sitting. This chair pisses me off because it's not my chair. I need to buy the new one when it comes out. But I'm so sad because I'm not gonna have. Like, on one hand, I'm glad because honestly, they deserve more money. I love that game so much. I will keep throwing money at them. Honestly, honest to God, they're amazing. But at the same time, I really wish that I could keep my stuff. Can't wait for Poppy 5. That's so far off. Don't even bring that up. It's going to be like, what, 2 years? It's going to be so long. Next month, I really want to lock in also. Because next month, I would like to hit my next subscriber goal of 850,000 subscribers, by the way. So please hold me accountable because we're getting close to the halfway mark to 900K through this 100K. So once we hit that, you know, it'll be pretty nice because we'll be halfway there. So especially the issue is I don't free up until like, I don't know. I'm here to do work. So I'm here to work and I'm working hard and I'm doing a lot of work here that is not necessarily stream work. So you still going to be there for a while? Yes, I'm stuck here for quite a while. But especially once I get home, I'm going to lock in. I'll try to think of something fun that we can do. Bro, Risa, I want to, but I'm not going to force him if he doesn't want to be. But I will try to convince him because I would like him to come on my stream. I think he would have a fun time. I think I would have a fun time. But anyway, my point is I'm locked here right now and I can't leave because I'm here for work and the work is important. So I'm stuck here for the work. Oh, the good thing though about 900K though is 900K my dad will come on stream. So once we hit that, we're only 49? No, that math is wrong. The 59? 61? 61. Yeah, that's math. We're 61,000 away. We're 61,000 away. Sorry, I can't do math. You guys knew that, though. In 61,000 subscribers, my dad will come on stream. Obviously, I have to be home. It's not like it's going to happen before I'm home anyway, but it doesn't matter. Once we hit that, we will start preparing my Papa Risa, Papa Croft, Mr. Ravencroft stream. So, Nerissa feet for 1 million, maybe? Are you crazy? So, if you guys want to meet my father, we still have to hit 900K. And then, I don't know what we're going to do for a million eventually. I'll come up with some sort of incentive. I know you guys work very hard. So I'll give you something to look forward to. But I need to think about it first. But for now, we don't worry about 1 million. For now, we worry about 900K. And technically, 869K is our next goal. We want bro for 1 million. There, sub done. Thank you. You weren't subscribed, but you subscribed now. You're so sweet. Thank you so much for hitting that like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell so you never miss a notification from me. Family wait, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I should get my family together to sing a song. Maybe. Wait. Okay, wait. You just gave me a really good idea. Okay. I'm gonna have to ask about it. But that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. Hello? Now I have a really cursed idea in my head. Okay. I'm locking in. Family karaoke. I would really like to do that. But I can't stop working on it until I'm closer to the goal then. The thing that's in my head now. Because that would have to be something like a million wish. No, not a million wish, excuse me. That would have to be like a million goal. Or like a million... What is the word I'm looking for? That would be like a celebration for 1 million. Something that I would release in celebration. Thing that's in my head. Yeah, million celebration. Thank you guys. Not my million wish. I have a good idea about when I eventually hit 1 million someday. I have a wish. My onegai for 1 million. But I can't tell it to you. It's a secret. It's a secret. Burris is a singer? No. He is not. But anyway, yeah. 101 QO statue. No. See, the thing that's important to remember about the million wish is, well, it has to be something that I want. Ultimately, it's something for you guys. Because I wouldn't be anywhere without you. So, for my million wish, I need to consider as well something that would make you guys happy. And that would you'd get a lot of enjoyment from. So for my million wish, I need to think of something that is both incredibly selfish of me, but is also something that you guys will enjoy. So I'm working on it. I have to hit 1 million first, though. But I have an idea. I have an idea that I think is really, really good. I want a Nerissa pop-up parade. I do too. I have no control over that. If you want that, please continue messaging or filling out the oh my god, my mind. I suddenly have nothing in my head. One of my dreams is to get an android and a pop-up parade. So you have to tell Good Smile. So when Good Smile is doing the like forums, you need to fill them out and say, please advent. Please advent. Advent, justice, and promise, please. I really want a relax time too. I don't think that'll ever happen. I'm trying to keep my expectations in check, you know, and understand that I'm probably not popular enough for something like that. Which isn't to say I don't think you guys love and adore me. I definitely think you do. And I definitely think you guys would buy it. But from a business standpoint, I need to be realistic, in which I'm probably not important enough to get something like that. But I'll keep working hard. I'll keep working hard so I can be very popular, so you guys can get stuff like that. So I can create stuff like that for you to buy. You know? But I feel like I'd be a really sexy relax time figurine. Like, I feel like that's like that would be such a good move. I'd be so sexy. I'd be so hot. Like, okay, be so for real. I dream of at least 2 to 3, maybe 4 figurines. I think if I had 4 figurines, I'd be pretty happy. You know how many Rem and Ram figurines there are? Don't get me wrong. Obviously, they're from ReZero. They're very popular. They've got very good designs. But I think I could sell pretty well. I think if they can keep making so many Rem and Ram figurines, I'm pretty sure I can get at least one, right? I can get at least one. I think 800k subscribers is a pretty good number, right? I'm sure I'd be able to sell at least 100 figurines. At least. But anyway, yeah, I saw some fans made like a like figurine. I forget who it was, so apologies if you're watching this. When I saw it, it made me so happy. I think they're like someone modeled it and then they printed it, and they've still got to paint it, you know? Yeah, like a garage kit, and I was like, oh, that's me. That's me. It's me. It made me very happy. So yeah. Anyway, sorry, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Nerissa figure would buy on site. I know you guys would. And if it was up to me, I'd be like, make the Nendroid, make up the pop-up parade, make the relaxed time, let's make a noodle style. Like, honestly, I love figurines so much. I would be so happy to have my own house be filled with figurines of me, which sounds really... Honestly, that feels like a kind of horrible thing to say. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I want to get a figurine of me and put it next to Aerith, my Aerith figurines, okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That is all I am saying. Put it in a jar. Honestly, I have no need for that. I've seen the original jar meme, and that doesn't really benefit me in that same way, but I would to protect her from the elements. Because you know one of the things I hate most is dusting my fuck-ass figurines. That sucks so bad. I hate dusting them. New week schedule, Doko? Oh, is it Sunday? Fuck. It's Sunday tomorrow. Okay, well, I don't have a schedule, so I'll just make a new tweet. Because really, at this point, we're just counting the week. Like, if I don't have a physical schedule, and I will, trust me, when I get home, I will start making physical schedules again. But my issue right now is my schedule's unpredictable. So, I'm dying, is my point. Is all I'm trying to say. I'm dying. But we will return to proper thumbnails, proper schedules, and all the like when I get home. But right now, please continue to put up with it. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. It probably seems like I'm doing the bare minimum to you guys right now, but I promise you, behind the scenes, I am not doing nothing. I am locking in. I'm not fucking around. And I know you guys understand, and I really appreciate that. Trust me when I say it's going to be worth it. I'm currently very proud of the thing that I'm working on. So, I think it's going to come along swimmingly. But yeah, I'm working hard. Everything won't be perfect, but nothing is ever perfect. But, yeah. Bro, spoilers! Peak stream BG, I'm glad. It's my cooking. You like my cooking? You want to eat it? Swimsuit Figma. Oh my god. Oh, swimsuit. Onegai yago. Yume wa yume de owaretai. Ugoki hajimeteru. Anyway. What are you singing about? It's one of my favorite Cinderella Girl songs. Well, it's not one of my favorites. There's too many good ones for me to say it's one of my favorites, but it's the one that makes me tear up. Because it's like the main Cinderella Girl song. Because Onegai Cinderella, yume wa yume de owaretai. I don't know the actual lyrics because I've never looked at them. And I've never thought about it. But I've heard it so many times. Because every time a new girl gets voiced in Cinderella Girls, they always make her sing Onegai Cinderella. Onegai yago. Hi. Onegai yago. Or onegai yago sama. Well, maybe sama is a bit weird to call my shacho. So desu ne. So desu ne. My favorite song is Susume. I love Susume Otome. I tend to like the funny ones though. I really like, this is gonna sound so weeby. It makes me feel like such a weeb. But Sai Kobayakawa's song, Hana kanzashi no utsukushi be omoi desu. That one of my favorites. So good. So good. So good. It's so good. I love it so much. So when like walking around, because like the song itself is like singing about like things in Japan. So when I'm in Japan, it makes me think of that song as well. But like for example, it's just like a lot of things put together. Anyway, one of the main things, like she goes, Ima konchikichi konchikichi matsuri tarete da otoshiyasu otsuke sama hanabito yurete shite. It's such a good song. It's delicate. I can't sing it well, but I love the konchikichin because it's the sound of the Japanese, like the drum. You know? Anyway, I love a lot of Cinderella Girl songs, and obviously because Shiki Ichi no is my favorite, I love My Secret of the Toilet, la 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 potion no kusumi ne todoke. It's just so good. Yeah, and then someone is mentioning one of the best Idolmaster songs ever, which is Cute Vampire Girl. The ooh, doko kai odekake onja-sama genkai kirikiri hakyu sonzen kill. Kill the BGM for a bit. No. Yeah, it's such a good song. The beginning sounds like a Naruto OST. You want to know my favorite Naruto song? It was an ending that was never in the English because they cut it out. I think the first, I don't remember 100%, but I think the first Naruto opening was not any of the songs. And then they cut out the ending. But the first one was when, what the hell is it called? I just know how it's called Wind, and it goes like do 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 do. Cultivate your hunger before you idealize. Motivate your anger to make them all realize. Climbing the mountain, never coming down. Break into your content, never falling down. I don't know what the hell they were saying in most of that song. It's fully in English, but it doesn't make sense very well. It's such a good song, though. I don't know why. The first time I heard it, I really felt something. I really felt something. And it was curious because it was really nostalgic to me, even though I had never heard it before because they cut it out of the English dub of Naruto. So I didn't see it because I watched it in English. But then it easily, and don't get me wrong, Naruto has so many bangers. Like, we are fighting dreamers, do 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 do, fighting dreamers, da na 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 na, fighting dreamers, da na 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 na, oh yeah, just come on, right here, right now, go, da 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 da. I have no idea. anything. That song's so hype, though. It's so hype. The Naruto OST is so good. Naruto just, like, always hit. Their music always hit. It was so good. So good. Anyway, I'm so sorry. Yeah, Haruka Konata. I love how that guy screams. I can't do it though. Takara Haruka Kanata. Bam 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 bam. It's just good. Are you eating cactus paddles? No, that was green onion. No, that one's in the English version. That one's in the English version. I remember because, you know, I watched every single episode religiously of Naruto as it aired in the US. Every single episode. I did not miss a single episode of the original Naruto. I was seated. I was on the floor. I was in front of my little TV. I remember it was back when it was airing. It was before there were like the big like flat TVs, right? So I had this like really big, what were they called? Old TVs. It just says that old school TV. But yeah, it had like a DVD player on it. CRT? Tube TV? Yeah, something like that. Because I remember I also had a computer screen that looked like this back in the day. It was really ugly. But anyways, I had one of those like old school TVs, okay? I'll look up CRT. CRT TV. Yes, it looked kind of like this. Except the back, yeah, the back was really huge. Okay, yeah, some of these look like that too. So yeah, like what a CRT TV. And every single, I think it was Saturday, I would be seated in front of this TV with Cartoon Network on waiting for Toonami to start. Because I could not wait. I needed to know what happened. I could not wait. Like, if I could, I honestly would say let's do an OG Naruto watch-along. Not Shippuden. I haven't seen Shippuden. And I'll be so for real that I have not seen Shippuden. I watched it up to the point of the Sakura Sasori fight. But after that point, I just, like, was unable to continue. I need to watch it. I understand I need to watch it because I'm such a big Naruto fan. But I was unable to continue watching it when they stopped putting it on Cartoon Network because that was a channel I had. And I didn't have the other channel that they aired Shippuden on. So, anyway, I know Shippuden is peak. I know I need to watch it. I understand. I haven't seen it. Anyway, well, I've seen it up to the Sasori fight. So, anyway, I need to watch it. I want to be in the know, but I don't have time, okay? I don't have time to commit to a 500 episode anime. I wish I did. I don't, but I wish I did. So anyway, my point is, but the original Naruto had me on lockdown. I'm not even kidding you. There was one time where they did a marathon where they aired in order all of the original Naruto again. And I sat down and watched every single episode again. I was crazy. I was crazy about Naruto. Because do I think that Naruto 100% is like the best anime in the whole wide world? No, absolutely not. Now, obviously, everything has its flaws, okay? Everything has downsides. Everything has upsides. Everything has things that make it amazing and some things that make it not so good. Right? But Naruto just has, there's a reason it's so popular and well beloved. It just has something about it. And there's a reason, like, I like Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't remember any of the character names. And I don't say that to be mean. I just don't. Because I see them all and I see recolored Naruto characters. And again, I really like Jujutsu Kaisen. But I call the main guy, Pink Naruto, Because he's Naruto in a different universe. He's just Naruto in a different universe. And then he has a friend who is Jujutsu Kaisen Sasuke. And then he has a girl who's well-written Sakura. And then he has a really hot sensei character with white hair and cool eyes that he keeps covered up. Guess what? It's Kakashi. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And for context, Sakura is my Shayla, okay? I fucking love Sakura, okay? I love Sakura. You don't understand. My first cosplay ever was Sakura. My first cosplay ever was Sakura. I love her. She could have done so much more in the original. Sakura-chan, daisuki. I love her. I love her so much. She was built up so well, and then in Shippuden, they just, of what I saw and what I've read, it seems like they did not do enough with her. They just did not know how to utilize her well, and that's okay. But she got done dirty, that's all I'm saying. I didn't appreciate. Here's my tea. Okay, here's the thing I didn't appreciate. So I didn't watch Shippuden, but then I went to go and watch Boruto when Boruto was coming out. I was really excited for this because it was freshly airing, and I thought maybe because they're going all the way back, it would give me some of the same feelings that the original Naruto did. And I'll be honest, I did not like Boruto. I watched 100 episodes of Boruto, and then I got really pissed off, and I dropped it because it really pissed me off. Because, tell me why. Every single male Naruto character is still doing something cool, something ninja. They all have wives who are these very badass ninja. And all of them have become housewives. Tell me why. Tell me why Sakura, she's still a medical ninja, she works at the hospital, but generally, she is a housewife taking care of salad. Tell me why. But Sasuke gets to still be off on this journey in the woods. And we're like, wow, Sasuke's so cool. He's still so powerful. And Sakura's just a housewife? You can't convince me. Then we turn around and we have Temari, one of the most badass bitches in the whole Naruto series. In the whole Naruto. And you want me to believe that this badass woman has become just a housewife for Shikamaru, who works in the government? Shikamaru is like Naruto's right-hand man, works in the government. Their kids are best friends because they both work in the government and are some of the most powerful ninjas controlling the city. And Temari is just a wife? Just a wife? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Why can't... Or Hinata. Hinata's literally the fucking heir to, like, her family, to the Hyuga clan. Like, she's like, oh, I was never fit for it. You know, Hanabi's a better choice. You know, whatever the hell things she made up. You know, like, I don't care. I don't care. But why is Hinata, who went through this great arc, showed what a great ninja she is, now she's just... house, like, what else does she do? Like, pretty much nothing through that point of 100 episodes of Boruto. She's just a housewife. And don't get me wrong, there's beauty in being a housewife. I love to cook. I love to clean. I would love to rear children someday. I think that sounds great. But when every single woman in this series, like, I could have forgiven Sakura being a housewife if no one else went down the exact same route. Or Hinata. Honestly, I could have really, really forgiven Hinata because I feel like that suits her. Motherhood suits her. But everyone else just being written out of the story, basically, to be, housewife. I'm just like, oh my god. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Anyway, my point is, I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand it. So, again, I really love Naruto, though. I really love OG Naruto. I can't get into Shippuden. I want to, but I have a hard time because the filler just... Even in that arc, there's a whole fight with like Guy Sensei's team. And I love Rock Lee. He's one of my most favorite characters in the whole world of existence. In this fight, I was like, this fight must be important. It went on so long. And I was like, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening in this damn fight. When is something gonna happen in this damn fight? It's a fight. I think something's supposed to be happening, but nothing's happening. Yeah, and then someone said apparently that was a filler arc. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It was an actual fight. Like, filler, Naruto filler does, like, have, like, deep arcs. And here's the thing. Some of the OG Naruto filler was honestly so fucking good that I'm pissed that it was filler. I was talking about this recently with someone else who understands my love for Sakura. There's I think it's the third Naruto movie. They go to, like, this crescent island, okay? It's so fucking good. And it's filler, but it's a movie, so I can forgive that it's filler. But I loved this movie. They met this kid that is meant to become the king of this island, right? And they also met his dad, who was the current prince and would also become the king eventually. And both of them went through this, like, really great character arc. And in every Naruto filler, they always do this thing, but what if we don't stay friends? And then Naruto would do this thing where he'd be like, we'll be friends. And in the future, when I'm Hokage, our lands will be united. And then, like, in this movie specifically, they made a promise. They made a promise. And there was another filler that was kind of like this, where he went to the village hidden in the stars, and he met a guy who was like, well, I want to be this, I don't remember what they were called there, but the Hokage equivalent. And he was like, Naruto did his typical thing. He's like, look, when I'm Hokage and you're the Hoshikage, you know, then our lands will be united. And I liked both of these fillers so much because in that arc of Naruto, again, it was filler, but they had this song that's like, Natsu hiboshi nase anana do 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 nakara kanashi amana na na na. It was like this very sweet song from this filler arc of Naruto, from OG Naruto, not from Shippuden. And I fell in love with that song. I fell in love with the concept. It was so good. It was so good. Sorry, you're a fan of Sakura? Gross. You're a fan of Lancelot? Go... I don't know. I'm not going to finish my sentence. You have a problem. Go fix your brain, please. Please get help. If you don't like Sakura, I actually think you should die. Just so you know. I'm just saying. Anyway. Not on my girl. Not on my girl. Don't come for my girl. You want to die? Get some help. Guess I'll die? Sorry, Jailbird. It's over for you. See, here's the thing. You can hate how Sakura was written. And I agree with you. Because I also don't like how Sakura was written. But Sakura was being set up to have a really amazing character arc. You can't blame that Sakura was not the writer. The writer clearly did not know what the hell he was doing with Sakura. And that's okay. Clearly, he just wanted to write the relationship between Naruto and Sasuke. And that is so valid. Because it's a really good storyline. But then he wrote all that damn filler. I know he didn't technically write it, it's the anime, but still. There's too much filler. Too many of the characters are let down. And again, this is coming from me. This is coming from me. No, she wasn't. She wasn't supposed... Okay, here's the thing. In defense of Sakura, here's the deal. I don't believe Kishimoto one bit. I'm going to be so honest. I don't believe Kishimoto because he is the one who created his series. Sakura was never supposed to be as big as she was. Kishimoto said that because he needed an excuse to get away from how bad he wrote Sakura. He specifically made a team with a love triangle.
Sakura wasn't supposed to be important. Yeah, she's just the main love interest through most of the series for both of the main characters. She wasn't supposed to be important though. That wasn't an important plot point. Kishimoto said. Not like the show I actually watched showed me the exact opposite of that, but yeah, she wasn't actually supposed to be important. She wasn't supposed to be important. Are you sure about that? Or are you stupid? Are you gonna trust what Kishimoto told you, or are you gonna trust what your eyes see? You gonna trust what your eyes see, or are you gonna trust what Kishimoto said? I love you, Kishimoto. I love you, but it's clear that you wanted to make Sakura an important character and you didn't know what to do with her, and that's valid. He literally made every single team a team of 2 boys and 1 girl. He literally created a Sanin group that represented all of the main 3 in group 7. Okay? All of the main 3. All of them had an equivalent. Not just Naruto and Sasuke. All 3 of them. He literally made it so Naruto is obsessed and in love with Sakura. He literally made it so Naruto's fucking mother is just like Sakura, and even said to him, you need to find a girl just like me because that's what you need in your life. Because just like as we've seen with this fucking Boruto bullshit, you are just a copy paste of your dad. So therefore you need a woman just like me. And again, Sakura, for most of the series, let's not forget that Kishimoto, I will say, made the right decision and had Naruto get with Hinata. Because with how he was writing Sakura, that was honestly the best choice. Okay? But Sakura was very clearly going through this character arc that we've seen in these things, where we have Sasuke, and he's the cool, dark character who gets things that he doesn't necessarily deserve. He didn't deserve Sakura. He was never nice to her. If you go back and you watch this, he didn't give a shit about her. There was no care. She just liked him because it was shallow, and that's the point of it. You have Naruto here who will do anything for her, and this is a common arc where the girl, who is a good girl and a good woman, realizes that she's actually in love with the guy who she only saw as a friend, and realizes that he was the right choice all along. That's literally the character arc that it was supposed to go down. Hence why Sasuke is terrible. He's terrible. I'm pissed that Sakura ended up with Sasuke. And this is as someone who really loves Sasuke and really shipped them hardcore. I'm pissed as hell that they ended up together. I'm so angry. As you guys are mentioning, Sasuke tried to kill her twice, but Kishimoto literally just said, oh, well, red string of fate, so... Like, literally, when people were like, so what was your, like, implication? Like, why did you decide to have them, like, be together? And he's like, well, I just, red string of fate? Question mark? And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding? Kishimoto! Kishimoto, what are you saying? Kishimoto, you're letting me down. I love you so much. I love your show so much. Why are you doing this to me? I don't think Naruto and Sakura were supposed to be together. I don't know how to tell you this then. Your media literacy is low. Literally, I've seen the original Naruto like 3 or 4 times. Okay, and that's a 200 episode honker. Everything in the story is literally leading to that. From a large point of, even into Shippuden, they are leading into it. I don't know how to tell you this. If you did not see that and you missed that, I'm very sorry. I love you very much, Jailbird. You missed the plot. And that's okay. I misplot things all the damn time. You can disagree. All I'm saying is the plot points, we're giving it to you. We're literally spoon-feeding it to you, which is why it was really funny to me when he ended up with Hinata, because I know exactly what happened. Kishimoto has literally come out and said, I love Hinata. I love Hinata. She was the first Naruto character I created. So, through the whole process, she had a special place in my heart because she is the first Naruto character I created. So I decided to give her a bigger role as the story went on, because I loved Hinata. So he undid a lot of his actual, like, story. Okay, here's a good example. Have you ever been reading a book and there's a big twist? There's a big twist, right? There's a really big twist coming up, and there's been foreshadowing events. So people, based off the foreshadowing that's there, are able to guess the events. And then the writer sees that because of the age of the internet we're in. So the writer goes in and says, shit, people already figured out the twist. I didn't want them to figure it out early, but like everyone's already figured it out. I need to go back and I need to change things. And so they changed the plot. And now suddenly all this foreshadowing, you say, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Everything was leading up to this. And they're just like, ha ha, I got you. You never saw my twist coming. But really, it's not because they were subverting expectations. It's because they changed their mind because they realized they maybe did a little bit too much foreshadowing. That's the thing, is again, if you follow basic shonen plots, which Naruto at the end of the day is a basic shonen, it follows all the same formats. And so does Sakura's arc. And I'm not salty, by the way. I wanted Sakura to end up with Rock Lee. There was no world where I was winning. Some of you are saying it sounds like I'm salty, I didn't get what I want. I wanted Naruto to end up with Hinata. I wanted Sakura to end up with Rock Lee. Okay? I wanted that because I self-inserted into Sakura hardcore, and I thought that they belonged together because I think I belong with Rock Lee. I love him so much, okay? So yes, I'm seething about that. I don't give a shit. I don't mind that she ended up with Sasuke. I wouldn't have cared if she ended up with Naruto. I would have been mad either way because she should have ended up with Rock Lee. That's hella I've talked about this. He's my Oshi. I love him. I'm not salty, but I'm seething. Yeah, but so people being like, oh, she's just mad because she didn't get her end. Because I see some of you saying that. I literally don't care. It doesn't affect me because I knew that my canon ending in my head was never going to happen because I had a fucking crack pair, okay? I'm sitting over here shipping Sakura with like every single character except Sasuke and Naruto. No joke. I shipped her with Neji. I shipped her with Shikamaru. I shipped her with Kakashi. I shipped her with Itachi. This was when I was similar ages as a character, by the way, so you can't say anything. I shipped her with Gaara. I shipped her with everybody, okay? But the one I eventually settled on shipping her with was, of course, Rock Lee, because I just love him so much. He just stole my heart. You're one of those. At the time that Naruto came out in Hell, I was similar demon age range as Sakura, okay? You gotta understand that time works differently in Hell. So when you guys were getting Naruto, I had already seen it, okay? It had already been out for thousands of years, okay? Don't ask me how demon time works. I am not justifying it, but I was the valid age range to ship Sakura with anyone. I was the valid age range for that. Time didn't mean anything to me in my head. Because it didn't matter. Because I wasn't thinking about that. Now that I'm an old woman, obviously, I'd be like, what the fuck? Who in this day and age is shipping Sakura with anyone but anyone in her age range? What are you doing? But yeah, time is a pair of horns, exactly. Rock Lee has a son, I know, and they won't reveal that I'm the mother because they're too baby to do it. They won't admit that I am Metal Lee's mom. They just don't want to. I understand. They don't want me to have my appearance in Naruto. Like, I get it. Like, it's difficult, right? Because I'm owned by Hololive, my IP, so it's like they'd have to like come to Hololive and be like, hey, we know that Metal Lee, like we got permission to use him, but like we really want to have like Nerissa appear, since she's like the mom of Metal Lee, but you know, it just causes like some issues in others. So, you know, it's difficult. I'm really sorry to all the Boruto fans out there who have been waiting for Metal Lee to get his mom, but this is my reveal right now. His mother, the reason she's never been shown is because she is me. It's just a perms issue, okay? But yes, me and Rock Lee, we're very happy. We've been married for many years now. So please understand that, yeah. You would make a good waifu. Thank you. That's another reason you never see me in Naruto, because I'm busy at home taking care of Rock Lee. I clean the house. I make sure he's happy. I cook and like I take care of our son. So yeah. Take your meds. Shut up! Don't tell me what to do. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, don't fucking ask me about Naruto, because then I go on these. Naruto makes me really mad because it was so amazing. And they did a lot of things that I feel like Kishimoto just ended up doing. Back on point. This isn't me being salty, because again, as we have established, I actually shipped everyone with Rock Lee, including myself. He was just the best guy. No one compared. No one compared. I love him so much. I love him so much. Anyway. So I'm not mad. I literally could have cared less who Sakura ended up with at the end. Okay. So for me, from that context, I don't care that she ended up with Sasuke. I don't care if she would have ended up with Naruto. I don't care who Hinata ended up with. I'm glad she ended up with Naruto, because I think that was a stronger arc than the typical shonen arc that was originally happening. And so I will make that completely apparent, that I much prefer that Hinata got it in the end rather than Sakura. Because again, it's a typical trope. The girl who doesn't notice you at first, but is like the quote unquote love of your life, is like realizes that you're the one for her and that she loves you, right? That is the trope, but it's weak, it's reused, it's boring, we don't like it. So I'm fine that it was thrown out the window, but my issue is that it was thrown out of the window really late. You know what I'm saying? It was thrown out of the window late, which is where it gets me. Okay, that's where it starts to make me a little bit upset, because I feel like because it was through Shippuden too. It was literally when he meets his mom. There's still foreshadowing up to that point that Sakura is the choice. I'm not talking about late in their lives. I'm talking about late in the series. So I'm happy that they subverted expectations and subverted tropes, you know? But at the same time, I'm annoyed because Kishimoto didn't know what he wanted to do and instead decided on something and then abandoned it. I'm fine that it didn't happen in the end. That's fine with me, because again, I prefer Naruto together with Hinata. I think it is a much better pairing, because I think Sakura would have been better with Rock Lee. But Sakura shot that in the foot with a love confession before trying to go after Sasuke. See, but that's another thing. That love confession also pisses me off, because it's not well written. It's not well done at all. It still honestly is within that trope a little bit, but it doesn't work, because Kishimoto was already getting to that point where he's like, this has been going on long enough. I've given up so much of my life to this damn manga. I'm just going to make my ship canon, which is Hinata and Naruto. I've liked it from the beginning. I prefer it. I'm going to actually go with that. And that's good. I like that ship better. But instead, it's just so many points where things failed. Because the reason that love confession happened was because of the fact that Kishimoto had all of this foreshadowing, so now he had to do something to undo it. he had to do something to undo it, which is why we get this shitty ass fake love confession where it's Sakura trying to quote unquote let go of Sasuke, and Naruto realizing that Sakura will never actually love him, and like therefore they both kind of let go, so it can kind of in a way close off the quote unquote plot hole. You know what I'm saying? You seriously have to see Shippuden. I'll watch it eventually. Maybe we'll watch it together. Yeah, I think one of the best written characters, I saw someone just say it, it's honestly Tsunade. I feel like of all the female characters in Naruto, because she still has a personality. She's not married, and I don't think that's necessarily like a bad or good thing, mind you. She had a love interest. He died. But she's living life. She gambles, she drinks, she's a strong as hell ninja. She becomes Hokage. Tsunade is a fucking badass bitch. But I'm convinced that it ends up only being because she was not married. Like, Kishimoto would have made her not a sexy MILF woman. I think Kishimoto, if he had decided to make her married and, like, had kept her love interest alive, I fully think that Kishimoto would have just made Tsunade a housewife. But imagine if all of the female Naruto characters had a little bit of the good Tsunade writing in them. You know? And again, there's nothing wrong with being a housewife. I think Hinata, I think it fits her to be a housewife. It suits her character. I don't think Tamari would be a housewife. You can't convince me Tamari would be a housewife. Look me in the eye and tell me, yeah, Tamari'd be a housewife. Yeah, she'd go home and clean my house and make me dinner. No! She wouldn't. You would be doing that. Let's be real. You would be coming home. You would be cooking. You would be doing the child rearing. She'd carry the child. She'd probably do a jutsu, so you have to carry the child. She's busy. She's got things to do. She's not going to be taking care of your house and making you dinner for you. That's like peak fan fiction. Fun fact, Hinata does still take on missions on the side. When do we see that? I watched 100 episodes of Boruto. When do we see that? When do we see it? Because that's the important part. You can say whatever. Oh, Sakura is actually an amazing medical ninja. But if you never show me that she's actually an amazing medical ninja, it just sounds annoying. When you just bring her into the story to have her do nothing, then you're like, oh, I keep hearing about how great Sakura apparently is, but like, I don't see that. I hear she trained with Tsunade and is apparently one of the smartest ninja, but like, I'm not seeing that at all. Instead, I'm seeing her make these really dumb decisions because someone needed to make a mistake. So they decided it would be Sakura in this case because Naruto can do no wrong because he's got a little demon inside of him. He's got a little nine-tailed fox demon inside of him, so Naruto can't make mistakes. Because Naruto makes a mistake, then suddenly Naruto has some blame on him because he has magical god powers. He can't have blame on him, because if he has a problem, he just uses his magical god powers, develops a new power, and saves the day. That is Naruto. He just develops god powers, saves the day, and then that's it. He can't make mistakes. He wins. That's what Naruto does. They're losing a fight. Guess who wakes up? Fucking Ninetales, and then they're winning. And then they're like, oh, these kids are more powerful than we thought. We need to come back later. And then they have a shonen fight. And then, you know, it is what it is. Believe it. Dateba yo, bitch. Yeah, some sad flute music plays. Exactly. Some sad flute music comes in at some point, but generally every Naruto arc goes, the team 7 goes in, either it's just Kakashi, just Naruto, or just Sakura, Kakashi, and Naruto, or it's just Sakura and Naruto, or it's just Naruto with other team members, or sometimes other team members will join the main 2 that are left, because Sasuke is off doing whatever the fuck he's doing. I don't fucking know. He's fucking whatever the fuck he's doing that is so important. He's finding himself, okay? He's finding himself. Sasuke is off finding himself. And yeah, and then Sai comes in, and he's supposed to be the Sasuke replacement. He just does not do it for me. He's not it. He's funny. He's got that going for him. I'm glad Ino's happy. Good for her. Better husband than Sakura got. That's all I'll say. At least Sai comes home. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I'm really pissed about it. Anyway, but they go on a mission, and this happens nearly every time. They're fighting a very strong foe whom they are convinced they cannot beat. They're convinced they cannot beat this foe. Suddenly, Naruto's god powers come out a little bit to help them in the fight that they're losing. The enemy retreats. Okay? The enemy retreats for a little bit because, again, these kids are too strong. We need to strategize. And then the Naruto's Team 7, then is like, we need to strategize because they're too strong for us. We need to continue moving the plot along. And then suddenly they just have this godly plan. Okay, they have this godly plan. Yeah, Masaka, he got strong out of nowhere. Exactly. So then they go and they prepare, and then they come up with a plan. And then usually, not all times, sometimes they fight the main enemy together. And it goes I feel like one of 4 ways. I'm not going to say all 4 ways. Don't ask me to. They're either going to convert the boss to their side, or the enemy. They're going to convert the enemy to their side and make him into a good guy by the end via the power of friendship. This is going to be the way that I feel like 50% of fights go. Talk no jutsu, but there is the illusion that someone's going to die. So if we go all the way back to the first, God, what were their names? They were the Haku fight. We go back to the Haku fight. It's so OP, okay? It's so OP. There's all the mirrors. They're being shot with needles. I definitely thought they were going to die. And then Talk no Jutsu happens, and Haku's like, yeah, you're right. I am a good guy. And then Haku dies, but things are resolved because Haku realized that Haku is not a bad guy, and Zabuza becomes not evil, ? I think Zabuza also died. It's been a while. I need to rewatch it. I love Naruto so much. I need to rewatch OG Naruto. So they use a Talk no Jutsu. Or, alternatively, another thing that happens, this will happen a lot in the movies too. They will make characters who represent all of the main cast so they can all have an individually really sexy fight with these people so they can show their smarts, okay? So they can show their smarts. So, but even no matter how strong the villain is, no matter how much everyone got their ass kicked earlier and got what's the word I'm looking for? And got saved by Naruto's strong god powers, they will always be able to beat the individual people in a fight. Even if these are old ass adult ninja and they're still 12, it doesn't matter. They're going to beat them. They're going to beat the shit out of them. Okay? They're going to win. Alternatively, Nakama power. If the fight is really, really strong and they can't beat it, of course, Naruto is going to come in with his god power, but Naruto also has this thing that is very important to the plot where he had no one at the beginning, and now at the end, he has all these friends from everywhere. He's friends with everyone. Everybody loves Naruto. They're like, fuck yeah, that's my Hokage. You know, he goes into Sage mode. His friends show up. Nakama power happens. They fucking win. Every now and again, Kishimoto's like, oh, something bad has got to happen to them. I don't know, kill off a main character. Let's kill off Neji. You know, they just kill off people. And then even though, by all rights, we all know these people should come back to life because based on the god powers that literal characters have, these characters can be revived. But then Kishimoto's like, no, I just retcon that real quick. We'll bring that up again later. But for now, just pretend that doesn't exist because I need someone to die. And then I'm going to make it Sakura's fault. Because Sakura has the god powers that could heal him. But I'm going to just pretend she doesn't. I'm going to pretend that I do not see the god powers that I gave her to heal this character who is dying. She does not have them. He is dead. Thank you. Because he realized he made everyone too strong. No one can die. You can't kill off any characters. Because people have God healing powers. No one can die. No one can lose a fight, because if they're losing a fight, guess what? Naruto wakes up his God powers and says, we're not losing. I have my Nakama. Ah! And then they go, ah! And then they go, ah! And then Naruto says, we won. Now we have to go find Sasuke. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, yeah, we've gone on this rant. I don't remember what we were talking about before. I brought up Jujutsu Kaisen and how it is Naruto if the characters were more well written. I need to keep watching it though. I watched the first season because I thought that it was going to be like a one and done. I didn't realize it was going to be like a long shonen. So once I realized that Pink Naruto was not going to be just a one season, I was like, I'm going to wait until it all airs. When it all airs, I'll come back to it. But I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it until it's all out. You could read it. I am not doing that. Anyway, I'm so sorry. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I don't know why you guys stayed for that. I'm so grateful that you did. I hope you enjoyed. We ate hot pot. We chatted. You guys got to listen to me go on a way too long rant. I could talk about Naruto forever. You guys need to understand, okay? You can't bring up Naruto or Final Fantasy VII around me. Okay, they're some of my special interests. And I'm sure you guys have special interests. When someone brings up your special interest, I bet you also have an hours-long rant about it, okay? It's just my interest. We're not going to talk about Final Fantasy VII. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We just had the Naruto rant. I can't do this. I can't keep doing this. I need to get it together. I need to log in. You are my special. Oh, well, me? I'm so happy to hear that, Jailbird. Well, then I'm glad, because does that mean you'll listen to my Naruto rants and you'll still like me afterwards? Did I tell you guys I used to bring my Naruto headband to school? I didn't wear it. I kept it in my backpack. I didn't realize that people were bullying me. So I'd be like, "Oh, I mentioned it to a friend." And they're like, "You have a headband? I want to see." And I thought they were genuine, but I think they were making fun of me behind my back. That ever happened to you? You guys ever have a special interest? And then you get made fun of, but you don't realize you're getting made fun of? You know? I didn't realize I was getting bullied. I thought they liked Naruto. And now that's me having this conversation with you guys right now. I'm telling you all about Naruto and you probably don't give a shit. But I think you like Naruto, so I'm telling you all about it as if you're interested. But I know you're probably not interested in the things I have to say. I'm so sorry. I hate Naruto. That's valid. Honestly, I can't blame you. It's my special interest. Because, no, oh my god, it's starting up again. It's my special interest because what you gotta understand is, for me, I was a really, I'll get emotional if I think about it too much. I was a really lonesome kid. Obviously, I'm very close to my siblings, but like at the time, we were both kids. We were both, referring to Aradia specifically. Like, Malfa was kind of older, so she was off doing her own thing. Then Aradia and me were close in age, but we shared a room, so we really didn't get along for a long time when we were sharing a room. So when I went to school, because I liked anime, I know like now anime is like cooler and it's more mainstream, but at the time, anime was really fucking weird. Okay, and people didn't like anime, and they didn't like you if you liked anime. I got bullied really bad for liking anime. And that's fine. I understand that that's just how the time was. But so I was an incredibly lonely child. I didn't have any friends. I didn't have anyone to hang out with me after school. I didn't get invited anywhere. I didn't get invited to birthday parties. Like, I didn't have any friends at school. And we didn't really have like a ton of family friends because, you know, my dad's kind of like a powerful man. Sometimes that just doesn't, you know, when your dad's like a demon king lord thing, like, you know, people don't really, you know, they don't really care about you too much, or rather they're kind of scared of you. So it's just kind of, we didn't really have a lot of family friends. We didn't really, so I just didn't have kids that like wanted to like hang out with me. I didn't have people to go out and like be a kid with. Like, I eventually did get like my childhood friend, and we're still good friends now to this day, but like that came in like late elementary school. So for a long period of time I didn't have anyone. And, you know, I actually even only got my childhood friend because she also liked Naruto. So I'm really happy because I found my people, you know? But it took me a really long time. And at school, no one liked me. You know, so I didn't have anyone. And I understand I'm an annoying person. You know, I talk a lot. I like to talk about the things that I like. I can go on an hours-long rant about the things that I like. So I was always very deeply aware that I was unwanted, maybe is the word to use. And so it sounds really stupid. No, why am I getting emotional? It sounds really stupid to say. But so like OG Naruto for that reason is like stupidly like important to me. Because like oh, why am I crying? To me, Naruto, I saw myself in him. Even though like he's by far he's not even like my favorite Naruto character, but when watching it, I really like I saw myself. Cause he's someone that like no one wanted, that like people were kind of like scared of, that like when people saw him they just kind of wished he would go away. And so for a long time I felt like that. And I'll be crying on stream. Oh no. For a long time, yeah, like I really resonated with like the imagery of Naruto being alone on the swing. So having this story where this kid who is seen as a nuisance, who nobody wants, becoming understood, and like never losing his care for people. He was treated really badly, and at the beginning of the series he did like act out a bit, but like he never stopped caring about the people around him. When people did care about him, or like he realized that like this was someone that he wanted, he never gave up on them. And like obviously in real life sometimes you've got to give up on people, like let's be honest, like sometimes people just aren't good for you, and that's valid. But there was just this important lesson for me that like the things that were important to me, there was just a lot of things in Naruto that I really appreciated. It's maybe the best way to put it. Yeah, his relationship with Sasuke is something unhealthy, but it's whatever, because it's that's not the point of the show. You see Naruto go from this kid who has no one, and so therefore when he does find someone, he never pushes them away and he doesn't give up on them. And then Sasuke is his altar, because Sasuke has everyone. Everyone is interested in him and wants to be there for him, but he realizes as well that it is shallow, and so therefore he can't accept it. He can't accept those emotions. So we have these two characters who are diametrically opposed to each other. You know, Naruto, who doesn't have anyone, but when he gets people, you know, as I just said, I'm just repeating myself, but you know, so you know, for me, I had to repress a lot of things. I wasn't supposed to, because the bullying was so bad. I remember in good faith. She wasn't doing it to be mean, but my mom had told me, she's like, don't talk about anime at school anymore. Like, don't talk about the things that you like. Because, you know, now it's fine. Now you can talk about anime at school, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy that it's becoming, like, accepted. And so it was a different time, but yeah, it was to the point where just talking about the thing that I loved and being passionate about it was not something that would get me treated nicely at all. Even, I ended up moving schools. So there was like different, there was the high school was combined, but there were different like elementary schools and like middle schools. So when I went to, I was bullied really, really bad in elementary school. So when I went to high school, or not high school, middle school, we had to move schools. And so I didn't know anyone suddenly, and nobody knew me. So I suddenly was able to make friends because I didn't talk about any of the things that I liked. I eventually did meet other people who liked anime, so I would talk about anime with them. But generally, I just, you know. And then I was actually really embarrassed, and I was worried when I went to high school because it was combined again. And everyone from my old school, I thought maybe they just would have forgotten, but they all remembered me. And I remembered because they'd always be like, were you this girl? Were you like this really cringy, like, girl who liked anime? Was that like you? And I was like, oh, yeah, that was me. So it was really difficult. So anyways, this is my sad flute music backstory. But so, you know, it was always like seeing Naruto, seeing again this kid who didn't have anyone and who was treated really badly just for being himself, really. Knowing that he could become someone who had all these people who cared about him and loved him and who wanted the best for him and didn't mind when he was himself and didn't mind when he was eccentric and didn't mind when he was going, you know, even if it's cringy. They didn't care because they just liked Naruto and as a person. And so I don't know. I think deep down as humans, you know, we all want to be loved. We all want the people around us to see us for who we are and accept us. So for me, I know Naruto might not be like the best story in the world and it's not maybe the best written, and I still have my complaints with it, but I'm so grateful that it exists because for me, at the time especially, it was something that I think I really needed to see. Because again, it's not perfect, but it has so many things that made me just feel like maybe I don't have to hide the person I am and I can be the person I am and still find people who care about me someday. You know? Yeah, it's GOAT status. So anyway, sorry for crying. I'm such a bitch. So, yeah. We should watch it together. Let's watch Naruto together. Now I want to watch Naruto. You want to watch Naruto with me? I'm just kidding. I won't make you guys watch Naruto. But anyway. Thank you guys for being here. I know I tell you guys a lot. And I'm sure some of you roll your eyes and go, okay, Nerissa, whatever you say, Grandma. But honestly, it's one of the reasons I really appreciate you guys because I don't know. Just knowing that you guys like accept me just the way that I am. I know obviously there's the rare people come and go, what the fuck is wrong with you, you fucking freak? But knowing that so many of you just genuinely like are like, no, I like that about you. Like, it makes me so happy. Because that's not something I'm used to hearing. I'm used to hearing quite the opposite. I'm used to hearing, you're annoying. Can you please stop talking? Can you please shut up? I really don't care about what you're talking about. Can you not say that? So, you guys always being so encouraging and supportive, it makes me so happy. So, I'll keep doing my best. Because I know I can't do everything. Because I'm just one person and there's so many of you. But I hope, even if it's just a little bit, I can make you guys feel the same way you make me feel. So, thank you. That's all I'm saying. Thanks for listening to this very long Naruto rant. I should probably let you go. Because this has been a stream. I'm too emotional now to continue. But I had fun. I had fun talking to you. And I'm very grateful for you for listening to me as I talk. So, thank you. Let's go ahead and we will raid into Nana Shimume, who is playing Overwatch. We love Nana Shimume. She is one of the many loves of my life. So we will go see how she is, because we've got to spend as much time with her as we can, right? So thank you guys all so much for coming today. I hope you had a good time. I know I did. And I will see you all next time. So bye, darlings.